Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to today's video where I am going to give you my first impressions of Torchlight Infinite. Now, I haven't played the game yet, so this first impression is more someone who's just browsing the online website and trying to see what exactly they can find about the game and what the game actually looks like before you try to actually play it. Now, I am sponsored to play this game later on stream today at 2 p.m. PST. If you want to come check it out and see what I think about the game live, then please come and stop by. But like I said before, I haven't played this game yet, but I have actually done a decent amount of online research just to make this PowerPoint slide or whatever you want to call it. So before I play any game, I usually look at the trailer just to see exactly what's going on. And they say don't judge a book by its cover. But personally for me, I always judge a book by its cover, because what else is there to judge it off of? So there's like 5 different classes. It seems like, oh man, that guy has a gun. That guy's Reinhardt with the hammer. This must be the mage. Here comes Thea. Whoa, that's a lot of skills. 230 plus. Okay. 230 plus skills is kind of an insane amount. Is there even that many skills in PoE? I wonder if that includes like support gems or something like that. The first thing I see is that there's damage numbers. So that's always interesting. Pretty large damage numbers too. So lots of different skills are showing off. Some ice stuff. Talent trees. Oh, that's pretty cool. 24 plus talent tabs. So are the talent tabs like PoE ascendancies or something like that? So that's like the passive skill tree, I'm assuming. Legendary gear. 144 plus affixes. So let's look at the affixes on this thing. So this is your added fizz damage, and this is some crit rating. 50% of fizz converted to cold. This guy got a Watcher's Eye. Wow, it has multi-strike built into the weapon, so that's like socket the gems are supported by multi-strike. And cold pen, immune to freeze. Man, this is one big-ass item, right? Memory. Spell crit. So the combat actually looks pretty smooth. First thing I can see is that very distinct art style, pretty good. I like the numbers and how it looks like. It's not too big, so it's not detracting from the gameplay. The boss fight, very red. Those are some pretty shiny effects for sure. What is this? Trade house, or there's an auction house. So you can learn a lot of things just from looking at the trailer. So what I can see immediately is that there's an auction house, and that's pretty big. True loot-based ARPG. So what did you see? What is this? The fate awaits us to make a change. Graphics looks pretty good in this video. It's not too bad. What is that? Some Illuminati thing? Alright, so overall, the trailer looks pretty cool. Like, I'm actually interested in playing the game. So I am sponsored to try out the game, but I have played Torchlight in the past. But in the past, when I played Torchlight, I pretty much entered in some cheat for infinite money, and it kind of ruined the game for me. But that's how it is. Usually, if there's a single-player game, I don't really like playing single-player games that much. But the game is currently out in open beta. It's a common thing nowadays for a lot of games is to not release it fully, so you will have some leeway on how the launch goes. So you pretty much say you're in open beta, the game is in early access, and then you won't really have to worry about the criticism as much. Now, after playing Un December, I'm pretty worried about this game's potential pay for convenience. I'm usually worried about how you might have to pay for a pet, how you might have to pay for stash tabs, how you might have to pay for a bunch of different stash storage space and a battle pass. And there's a lot of stuff like that that made Un December kind of not that fun for me to try out. Now, as I said, main worry for this game is definitely pay to win. And I did try to look it up a little bit on the website and just in general on Google. And there are some aspects of it that are kind of concerning since this game is available for mobile devices. As always, you will always be worried about pay to win features, because that's pretty much just how it is, right? You think of mobile game, you think of pay to win, because for mobile devices, the monetization scheme for pay to win is perfectly fine. A lot of people expect it, and it's just the best way for them to make money, right? Unless someone else provides another monetization scheme for mobile devices that is more profitable with less risk, we will not see a change in the monetization scheme for mobile games. That's just how it is. So there is something known as pet gacha, or that what people say. I don't really know what gacha is. It's like got your wallet or something like that. But basically, there's pets in this game that grants you a passive skill tree that grants your character stat bonuses and loot bonuses. So this means like the pets in the game will directly give you character power. They'll make your character have more crit, more attack speed or whatever. And then they'll also potentially make your character find better loot in maps. I'm not really sure if that's 100% the case, but that's just what someone who played the beta mentioned on Reddit. Now, there's also a pet dupe system. So if you get multiples of the same pet, you could increase the power of your current pet. Not really sure how that's going to work. Next up, this is something that some people mentioned on Reddit, was that there's class traits, and these are like special passives that are only available to certain classes, like ascendancies. And a lot of people don't really know if these are only being able to be found behind a paywall and how much you actually have to pay to get these traits. So this is one of the traits that you can find, and this is like Shadow of Revenge. Justice delayed is justice denied. And the trait effect you can see here is reloading while moving grants projectiles a shotgun effect. So that does seem pretty powerful, whatever the shotgun effect may be. Now, also, there is auto loot in this game, and I'm not really sure if this is tied to your pet or something like that, but supposedly there's advanced auto loot that might be locked behind a battle pass system. Now, all of this is from the beta, and I don't know if they actually changed anything at release. I haven't really been able to find any information that readily available, but this is always kind of concerning. But in the end, a lot of these pay-for-convenience features are honestly okay. And these pay-to-win features, as long as they're done tastefully and they're not super, super expensive. In the case of December, we could see that getting all of the alchemy slots, all of the bag slots, and then all of the stash tab slots, it was going to cost around $200 to $300. And then there's also like 2 subscriptions or maybe even 3 subscriptions that you can potentially buy. And that's when it gets truly out of hand, is when the pay for convenience becomes an insane amount. And then there's also this pay-to-win stuff on top that you can pretty much spend infinite money and gain infinite character power. So I don't know if this post will be a meme or not, but they did say, and this was when Diablo Immortal came out, I think, is they posted this, that complete freedom comes without any restrictions. This means Torchlight Infinite is battle pass free, stamina free, loot cap free, hidden caps free, gem free, and crest free for sure, of course. So some of this stuff is kind of a contradiction, because if there's like a loot system for your pet or whatever this is, and then the gem system honestly seems kind of similar to the trait system. So we'll have to see when we play it, but it is nice that they at least have some things to back them up, because they did say, oh, we're not going to have any of this stuff in the game. But it would be kind of weird if they use the workaround, or they pretty much just are trying to do this with like a very strict definition. It's like, oh, we don't have a battle pass, but we have something else that's similar to a battle pass for your pet. It's not technically a battle pass, but it acts identically as a battle pass, right? So that's something that I hope is not in the game. So for character customization, and this is a very, very important part of ARPGs, is you want to have a lot of different builds to play. You want to have a character that you can try out a lot of different things to try to min-max your character's potential. And this does seem to be the case with this game, is that there's a lot of build possibilities. There are 5 different heroes in the game. There's Rihan, Karino, Gemma, Yuga, and Moto. So Rihan is like a sword holder. Karino is a gunner, a gunslinger. Gemma is like a mech warrior or whatever. I don't really know what that is. Yuga is a mage. And then this one is also another mage. So I'll probably be playing the sword holder. I did try to play, what's it called, a bow guy in December. I kind of want to just be melee. Melee just seems a lot more fun. Not really sure if melee is underpowered or overpowered in this game. Let me know down in the comments below what you are currently trying to play. So there are 24 unique skill trees that offer 180 plus skills for your character builds. So there should be a lot of customization options. And in this game, they do have a similar system to PoE, where they have a skill gem support system. So you have a skill and then you can get extra links for it. So you can see right here, this Firebolt or Fireball ability is linked to LMP or multiple projectiles. And there's also a gem that gives freeze chance. And you can also see that this gem has like support tags and then cold tag. And then there's also the effectiveness of added damage multiplier and mana cost multiplier. And then 6% chance of frostbite enemies. So you can see nowadays a lot of ARPGs that copy PoE are doing the skill gem support system. Pretty much because it offers so many customization options. And it seems like this is like, you can link one skill gem to a bunch of gems and it gives you like 50% damage increase or something like that. And it is nice to see that they put the DPS of the skill right here. So there does seem to be a lot of customization options. Now, overall, this game I feel like will be more fun for me than Un December purely because it has an identity to it. It looks like it has a distinct graphic style. Even though it may be cartoonish, it does have an identity to the game. Now, I do like how a lot of games are adopting PoE's gem skill linking system, like the GMP, freeze chance, elemental prolift, crit chance system. And I do think an auto loot pet in PoE would be a great addition to the game, as long as paying money would only have cosmetic unlocks. So say you can change the look of your pet, you can give your pet clothes, you can change like what your pet looks like, you can dye your pet's color of their hair. And I do think that a lot of people wouldn't really miss picking up a lot of the small currency. A lot of people may argue that this would devalue the small currency, but at this stage in the game, a lot of the small currency drops in big stacks, so most people are still picking up a lot of the small currency. And with the loot goblins or whatever you may want to call them, you do get huge stacks of wisdoms and transmutes and whetstones. So people already have 5,000 plus of whetstones and armor scraps, so I don't really think that a loot pet would really change the game up by that much, and it would just be a great way of PoE of monetizing the game without actually granting any additional player power. And then that might mean that GGG could lower the price of some of the microtransactions, right? Of some of the armor packs, maybe. Now, it is very sad to see that a lot of promising ARPGs like Diablo, Torchlight, are kind of being ruined by mobile, or not ruined by mobile, but they're being made mobile so that they have a monetization scheme designed for mobile devices. And also, you can definitely tell a lot of these games are not full-fledged AAA titles designed for PC only. And there are always going to be compromises for mobile because you have to make sure that the game can run on a mobile device. So you can't have a game as demanding as, say, like a AAA game for PC like Cyberpunk or something like that. You will never see Cyberpunk on a mobile device unless you're using cloud gaming or something like that. And I do think that cloud gaming for mobile devices is the future. But for now, I do think that Torchlight Infinite kind of looks like a cool try. If you want to try out the game, use the link I have down below to sign up. I don't really know what you get, but it does help me out a little bit. And let me know down in the comments below if you played this game already. I know it's been out for a day already. And your personal experiences with the game. I do see that on Steam it is a mixed review currently. So it is slightly better than Un December. And looking through the reviews, most of it has to deal with whether it's pay to win or whether it is not exactly the same as the previous Torchlights. But there are a lot of positive reviews also that says the game is fun, the combat is responsive. So it's kind of similar to Un December, except most people agree in these reviews that the system is nowhere near as pay to win as Diablo Immortal. And what's it called? A pay for convenience feature is not so crazy. But thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you find more mirrors, exalted orbs, divines, and pets to me. And see you next time. Bye.